4,
Oh, no.
3, 2, 1, action.
So now, Felix here is juggling. Juggling, you can make it as complicated as you like, but for the purposes of having a proper break when you're dyslexic, juggling with 2 balls is absolutely fine. Now, what is actually happening here? Why is juggling such a good way for somebody with dyslexia to shake off? Literally, they're shaking off lots of fragments of unprocessed meanings and unprocessed sounds. Because if you just remember this diagram, you've got, if you're not dyslexic, everything, sound and meaning, are processed simultaneously. But if you are dyslexic, then sound and meaning are processed separately from each other. And this means that not all the words that are read are going to be fully integrated. Not every sound is going to be attached to the bit of meaning that it came with. These fragments start to build up in the language area. So if you can imagine the build-up of water on the fur of a dog when it's just been swimming in the lake, what that dog wants to do, and what it will do, is it will shake off the water, it will shake itself, and that water will fly everywhere. Now, obviously the dyslexic can't do that to the language area, but what they can do is they can shake off a lot of these fragments of sound and meaning by moving between the 2 hemispheres. And this is what Felix is actually doing. He's stimulating the 2 hemispheres of his brain alternately. And by the time he's finished, he will be ready to do some more writing, do some more reading. Now there is another way, you know, if you don't have your juggling balls, which Felix is going to demonstrate for us, what is that other way?
It's something called lazy 8s.
Right, okay. So, and can you talk us through it while you're doing it?
So, it's like the juggling. It works in exactly the same way.
Yeah, because it takes the eyes. Yeah, it takes the eyes to the 2 hemispheres.
So what you do, it's basically the infinity sign, the 8 on its side.
Okay, show us.
You go up and down and up and down and keep looking at the finger.
Yeah, good.
Because it works in exactly the same way, because I'm looking at, like, my finger is like one of those juggling balls.
Right, exactly, because his eyes have got to move through 2 hemispheres. And so that is a very effective thing. You can actually do lazy 8s while you're still seeing. Basically then, what has happened is that while the dyslexic person is reading, listening, what is going in is not whole words, it's units of sound and units of meaning. Now, a unit of sound could be equivalent to hydrogen, a unit of meaning could be equivalent to oxygen. How do you make that into water? You speak. But until you have spoken, you've got them swirling around separately. And what Brain Gym is doing is, by looking to the left and the right, by the eyes moving, you're actually integrating these tiny units of meaning and units of sound. You're bedding them down. They're integrating with each other, ready in case you need to speak about what you've read on that day, because you'll have forgotten the next day, or speak about what you've been listening to on that day. You're bedding it all down quickly by moving your eyes. This is integrating the brain, and it's integrating the process of settling down all of these units of sound and units of meaning into a very short-term memory in the language area.